What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a finally Friday. Yes, we made it through another freaking week. March 22nd, 2024. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Do you know what I'm going to say? Hit the BuckeyeCast.com. Check out the video vault. Check out the gear, all that stuff. Hey, and if you're watching the video on YouTube, check and make sure you're subscribed, because I was looking at our stats the other day, and 80% of our viewers that watch our videos are not even subscribed to the channel. Why wouldn't you want to know when a new video is coming out? It's free to subscribe. Doesn't cost you a cent. Check it out. Please subscribe. Thank you. And if you're feeling froggy, please hit the like button as well. And if you're listening on podcasts, please subscribe to the podcast, and a 5-star review would be greatly appreciated. When you do these things, it helps other people find the content, find our shows. So I appreciate it, and they will appreciate you. You want to share it with a friend? Even better. All right, let's get into it here. The BuckeyeCast.com, right? Video vault, don't forget. Okay, check it out after this show. All right, today we're continuing our spring position group breakdowns here. A little preview for you. Today we're talking O-line. So we've seen one, very limited action here. 1 week was basically 2 practices. So let's see. For this, oh great, the dehumidifier just kicked on again. I hope you guys can hear me over top of it. But anyways, got to keep it dehumidified in here. It's freaking Florida, man. It's like summer already. It is still March, right? Yeah, Jesus. Anyway, let's get into it. We're talking offensive line today. This is your preview. We're going to go in deep. We're going in depth to the depth. And let's go. The Buckeyes returned 4 starters from last year's offensive line. You might be saying to yourself, Joe, that's not a good thing. Well, it's as good as what we have. That's what we got, all right? Right guard Matt Jones is the only starter that we lost. Then we added Alabama's 2-year starting center, Seth McLaughlin, as a 5th-year transfer. All Big Ten left guard Donovan Jackson is back. All Big Ten right tackle Josh Fryer, both are back. Then you got 4th-year junior Josh Simmons returning. So starting center Carson Hinsman also comes back for his 3rd year. Then you got 11 other scholarship players that are going to battle for 1 open spot and 3 open backup spots in the 2D. So Justin Fry is going to have to find 5 starters and a next man up at tackle, guard, and center. Right? So the roster looks like this. Donovan Jackson, senior, 6'4", 320. He had 825 snaps last year. He's entering his 3rd year as a starter, expected to be all Big Ten again. Enoch Vamahi, he is a graduated senior, 6'4", 313. He has 100 snaps last season, started at right guard in the Cotton Bowl. Enough said. I know we did our O-line versus D-line earlier this week, so you can probably refer back to that for those PFF grades that make you cringe every time. Anyways, then you got Josh Fryer, redshirt senior, 6'6", 313. He played 825 snaps last year also. He was an all Big Ten right tackle. Could get a look at right guard. Hopefully they give him a nice long look at right guard. Then you got Seth McLaughlin. He's a redshirt senior as well. Notice we've got some old guys on this offensive line. Like when these guys leave after this year, we're going to be replacing a lot of dudes. Anyway, McLaughlin's redshirt senior, 6'4", 305, played 784 snaps for Bama last year. Didn't leave a starting job at Alabama to come and sit at Ohio State, obviously. Then you got Zen Mahalski, redshirt junior, 6'7", 310. He played 21 snaps last year. He actually left when they broke spring practice, spring ball last year. He was the #1 right tackle. Then he only played 21 snaps over 4 games. Yeah, Then you got Josh Simmons, redshirt junior, 6'5", 310. He played all 825 snaps last year. He was the transfer from San Diego State in April, won the left tackle job quickly in August. George Fitzpatrick, redshirt sophomore, 6'6", 310. Had 6 snaps last year, has played in 4 games in 2 years, could win a job as a backup tackle. And you got Carson Hinsman, redshirt sophomore, 6'4", 300 pounds, played 758 snaps last year, started 12 games at center before being benched in the bowl game. Yeah, that's where we're at. Tegra Shabola, redshirt sophomore, 6'6", 322, played 32 snaps last year, has been a valuable backup. Now it should be his time to win a job. Luke Montgomery, sophomore, true sophomore, 6'4", 302, played 44 snaps, played in 9 games on offense as a true freshman. Josh Padilla, redshirt freshman, 6'3", 293, played 0 snaps, expected to be the future at the center position at Ohio State. Austin Sareveld, redshirt freshman, 6'5", 317, did not see any action as a true freshman, could contend for the 2 deep this year, probably at guard. Miles Walker, redshirt freshman also, 6'5", 295, has yet to play, but has the athletic potential and to line up at tackle, maybe get into that 2 deep eventually. Then you got true freshmen coming in that came in. They're on campus now. Ian Moore, part of the 2024 class, 6'5", 305, could play anywhere down the road, but will likely get a first look at tackle. Then you got the Armstrong twins, both true freshmen. Deontay, 6'6", 280. He's the athletic tackle prospect. Could be rising fast. We'll see how spring goes for him. Devontae is the 6'5", 297 guard prospect with good mobility. Then you got Gabe Van Sickle. He's the true freshman, 6'5", 283. Won't arrive until summer and will need to find a position eventually. Not sure where yet. All right. So now looking at the starters, got the offensive line entering spring practice with 102 career starts combined. You got left tackle Josh Simmons, left guard Donovan Jackson. They lead the starters with 26 games each. Then you got center Seth McLaughlin, the transfer, 22 games started. Right tackle Josh Fryer has 14. Center Carson Hinsman has 12. And then utility guy Enoch Vermahi has 2. So it's one of the most experienced offensive lines in the country, but there's still some major issues to settle, right? So with the new addition, Seth McLaughlin, he started all 14 games at center last year at Bama, then 8 games the year before that. Ryan Day brought him in, even though starting center in 2023, Carson Hinsman is returning. McLaughlin is the only portal addition, but that may change following spring ball when the portal opens up again. You got the 3 true freshmen also joined the team this spring with Ian Moore, Deontay, and Devontae Armstrong. And then Gabe Van Sickle will arrive in June. Moore is the highest rated of all the freshmen coming in. So let's look at the depth chart here. Going into spring, we got Josh Simmons, your starting left tackle. I got Fitzpatrick, Miles Walker, and Deontay Armstrong behind him. Left guard, Donovan Jackson is your starter, of course. Austin Sareveld, second-year guy behind Donovan. Center, Seth McLaughlin, I feel, is going to be your starter. Carson Hinsman backing him up. And then Josh Padilla, we mentioned earlier, is penciled in at that center position. Right guard, I got Luke Montgomery starting at right guard. I would rather have him at right tackle, but it looks like they're not going to give Josh Fryer a lot of snaps at right guard, so we're not getting a true look there. Tegra, I got working versus Luke at the right guard, then Enoch, then Devontae Armstrong. Right tackle, Josh Fryer's your starter. I got Tegra going against him for that job as well. And then Zen Mahalski and Ian Moore, the freshman. So it's another fluid depth chart. especially since players will move around side to side. Some may move from tackle to guard, and there are jobs available in the two deep, plenty of jobs. And everyone in the two deep will play this year. Again, I did the math. You're going to look at probably close to 1,000 snaps per position on offense on the season if we play a 16-game season. So you can't have one player playing 1,000 snaps. You just can't, especially when you got so many garbage teams on the beginning of this schedule. So the latest is Ryan Day said that he'll take a look at Josh Fryer at right guard. We'll see how much of a look that is. So it means somebody has to step in at right tackle. The staff's very high on Josh Simmons at left tackle. And this will be his third year as a starter, second year as a starter at Ohio State. Now, don't forget, you got new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. He's going to have his own ideas and his own take on the offensive line and this group. And that's going to require some adjustments, by Justin Fry. So early in spring practice, this is the order we saw things going. And keep in mind, they're giving preferential treatment to guys that have been with the program, the veterans. So not really veterans, but at center, for example, Carson Hinsman started with the ones and Seth McLaughlin started with the twos. That's going to change, most likely. Left tackle, this is how they lined up the first week. Josh Simmons, Zen Mahalski behind him. Left guard, Donovan Jackson, Austin Sarabel behind him. Then Hinsman, McLaughlin at center. Then at right guard, you got Luke Montgomery lining up with the ones. Enoch Lamahi with the twos. That's got to change. Enoch is not a second stringer. Right tackle, Josh Fryer is your starter. Tegra Shabola backing him up as of right now. But again, I see Tegra working in at that guard spot too. So the expectations for this group, they ended the season horribly in the bowl game. Not a good look. If you remember, Justin Fry moved Matt Jones to center and put Enoch Lamahi at right guard. It didn't help that for 3/4 of the game, they had an inexperienced freshman quarterback on the field, and they were blitzed nonstop. The Missouri defense was bringing more defenders than the O-line could block. And luckily, that offensive line will not be on the field this season. You guaranteed that. So this should be one of the best units in the conference, in the Big Ten. So we'll see. The big question I feel is what's up with Carson Hinsman. He started 12 games at center last year as a redshirt freshman, then did not play in the Cotton Bowl. The Buckeyes went out and got McLaughlin with, he has a ton of starting experience. So that means there's going to be a competition between Hinsman and McLaughlin at center. I expect McLaughlin to win the job. Hinsman probably won't get a look at right guard. I don't see them moving him around. He'll just be the second man in. Yeah, next man up at center. So if Fryer does happen to move to guard and Luke Montgomery takes his job at right tackle, I look for Luke Montgomery to be your breakout guy this season. But if Fryer stays at right tackle, then is it Montgomery or Tegra at right guard? So either way, you're going to have a new guy at that right guard position probably, or right tackle. And it's going to be either Montgomery or Shabola winning the job on that right side. So, and then keep an eye on Josh Simmons in his fourth year. The coaches love his athleticism. So, yeah, we got to see improvement in this O-line. And again, Justin Fry is on his last year of his contract. It expires in 2024. So I believe it's January 25, actually. So it's after the 24 season's completely over. But we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers, toes, everything. Cross everything you can that this O-line gets better. But that's all I got for you today. Talk to you tomorrow. Hit thebuckeyecast.com. Check out the video vault, and we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.